photosynthesis, guided notes, learning target, I can describe the process of photosynthesis. Please remember as you watch, you have the ability to pause, rewind, go back, and you should take notes as you go, as you will need to upload these into Schoology for your science teacher. First thing we need to talk about is the term autotroph. Auto meaning self. Autotrophs are organisms that can take the sun's energy and produce their own food. So examples here would be plants and some other microorganisms like bacteria and protists. Okay? So plants can take the sun's energy and turn it into food for itself. We cannot do that because we are heterotrophs. So heterotrophs are organisms that cannot use the sun's energy to make their own food, right? We need to eat something like a nice cheeseburger or salad or whatever. Plants are able to make their own energy using the sun's light because they can do a process called photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the process by which energy of the sun is converted into usable energy called glucose. And this happens in the chloroplast of plant cells. So hopefully you remember chloroplast, right? A little organelle found only in plant cells. We do not have this. So that chloroplast, again, is going to take that sunlight and it's going to turn it with the use of carbon dioxide and water into a usable form of energy called glucose. And also it's going to produce oxygen, which is very helpful for us as we breathe. So inside the chloroplast, there is a pigment called chlorophyll. This chlorophyll is what is responsible for absorbing the light and the photosynthesis process. Fun fact, as the chlorophyll in leaves decay in autumn, so in fall, that green color fades and is replaced by the oranges and reds that you see when you look outside this time of year. The general formula for photosynthesis, so again, we have our reactants on one side of our equation and our products, what's produced or made, on the other side of our equation, okay? So we have our light, our sunlight from the sun, principal energy source. We have our water, and we have carbon dioxide. So plants, trees also breathe, except they don't breathe in oxygen like we do. They actually breathe in carbon dioxide. They would produce, in this process of photosynthesis, glucose, which is our form of energy here, and oxygen. So again, plants are going to breathe in carbon dioxide and they are going to exhale oxygen, opposite of us. Chemically, right here, CO2 is our chemical formula for carbon dioxide. H2O is water. Again, we have our light. Glucose is written as C6H12O6, so carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and these little numbers down here represent how many of those there are in our molecules. So we have 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen molecules that are all bonded together, and then O2 here is our oxygen. Okay? So if you think about the process of photosynthesis, it's actually quite similar to baking a cake. Right? So if you think about the ingredients that go into baking a cake, you may think about things like flour, butter, egg, sugar, vanilla, and water. Do any of these things taste like cake when they are by themselves? How about when they are mixed together? Nope, I don't think so. Don't taste like a cake to me. Only when they are baked with heat energy from an oven does something magical happen, a chemical reaction that changes the ingredients into a yummy, delicious, scrumptious cake, right? Similar process to way photosynthesis works. So again, we have our reactants, our carbon dioxide, water, and our solar energy here, right, from the sun. And together, through a chemical reaction, we end up with our glucose and oxygen. So plants, again, are going to take in that carbon dioxide and water from their environment. By themselves, they don't do a whole lot, but when you put these things inside the chloroplast and add heat energy from the sun, a chemical reaction occurs that converts these things into glucose, a yummy sugary treat that everyone needs, and oxygen, a byproduct necessary for most life on this planet.